Welcome to the Fall 2012 edition of Recreation Television, your connection to recreation opportunities provided by Roanoke County Parks. Well, fall is a beautiful time of year in Roanoke County, and one of the most beautiful places to be is right here in the Catawba Valley. On today's program, we'll take you here to interview the Sustainability Center Director. We'll also show you how your family can get out and enjoy the great outdoors through Roanoke County's programs and events. And as the weather cools off, there's plenty to do inside as well. We'll show you group exercise classes, crafts, and programs for all ages. Well, nobody knows more about our program lineup than Parks, Recreation, and Tourism Director Doug Blunt. Earlier today, I spoke with him about what makes the Valley a wonderful place to live. Well, Doug, one of the best parts about Roanoke County in the fall is the great outdoors. We have so many places you can go out and enjoy nature and hike, like the Hanging Rock Battlefield Trail right behind me. Tell me, Roanoke County has some great plans this fall for some additional hiking space. Can you talk about that?
We've developed a partnership with Hollins University, and we're very excited to announce that we'll be having a ribbon cutting ceremony on Saturday, October the 6th to open up the new trailhead and trail across Hollins University off of Plantation Road.
Okay, now this trail actually connects some major recreational spots in the valley.
It does. It will connect up to Carvin's Cove and will allow greater access for folks that are wanting to get out and hike and be able to get further into Roanoke County from the city.
Now this is just part of a larger regional effort to really add to the walking space in the valley. Can you talk about that a little bit?
We're currently working on the Roanoke Valley Greenway Plan. Roanoke County is right now working on developing the Roanoke River West plan, as well as the Roanoke River East Greenway Plan, to where we can put a trail connecting all the way from Green Hill Park to connect up to Roanoke City, as well as the city of Salem, and all the way down to the Blue Ridge Parkway.
So we have additional improvements coming in the future to the Roanoke River Greenway. We have the new Greenway Trail that's going out to Carvin's Cove that's just opening this fall. This is all part of a regional effort in conjunction with many partners, the city, Salem, CVB, as you mentioned, Hollins, to really make Roanoke, put Roanoke on the map, Roanoke region on the map as an outdoor destination. One of the things that we're also doing this fall in partnership with a lot of different entities is happening at Camp Roanoke. Can you talk about that event?
We're doing a fantastic partnership with the regional partnership to offer a outdoor adventure workshop where folks that may be interested in getting into the outdoor adventure business, maybe if they're wanting to open up a canoe company, or maybe they're wanting to build a rock climbing wall or a ropes course, they actually have an opportunity to come in and meet with experts that can help them and advise them on what they need to do to get into the outdoor recreation business. Here in Roanoke Valley, we have such an unbelievable amount of assets that really complement outdoor adventure and outdoor recreation. And this is just another partnership that will allow folks to become more knowledgeable and maybe create opportunities for them to get into the business.
How big is the outdoor business, or how big potentially could it be in this area?
Well, I think that it can be as big as we want it to be here in the Roanoke Valley and really in Southwest Virginia. We have so many assets with having the Blue Ridge Parkway, with having greenways, with having outdoor facilities, and also having, several jurisdictions that want to work together to further the tourism efforts here for Southwest Virginia, especially here in the Roanoke Valley. And I just think that it's really, we've just scratched the top of the surface, and I think that we can go as big as we want to go here in the Valley.
Well, Doug, thank you very much. Lots to do outdoors this fall. There's a lot going on in Roanoke County Parks. Find out more about recreation programs and events online at RoanokeCountyParks.com. Now, as Doug mentioned, building trails in the valley is a regional effort with lots of partners. Roanoke County is pleased to partner with Virginia Tech to host the new Catawba Sustainability Center you see right behind me in the Catawba Valley. Let's learn more about this exciting project. There are some really great things happening here in the Catawba Valley, and here to talk about some of them are the new manager of the Catawba Sustainability Center, Josh Neese. Josh, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Now, I know this is only your second week on the job, but we appreciate you coming in and talking a little bit. Some people aren't familiar with what the Catawba Sustainability Center is. Can you talk about that for a second?
I'll do my best. The Catawba Sustainability Center is a partnership-based organization that provides opportunities for people in the community, in the area, for education, training, business development, yeah.
And it's really the silos that you see behind us in the distance. It's an old farm, and you really see in the next few years something coming out of that serves a greater mission. What is that?
The farm historically produced milk and meat and food for the Catawba Hospital. And now that it's no longer serves that purpose, we hope over the next few years to really use it in a way that uses the land sustainably, helps boost business in the area, helps local farmers if they need a place to grow crops or to learn about something. We want to connect it to the Appalachian Trail, which is up on the ridge. And
you also mentioned to me you see research coming out of this facility as well. Of course, it's affiliated with Virginia Tech. Talk about that some.
We have quite a few stakeholders from Virginia Tech who are really interested in using the farm for classes and for learning about the land in the valley here and the best way to move towards a more sustainable agricultural program. Use the land in a way that doesn't degrade it in any way.
So over the next few years, we hope to see more partnerships with Tech as far as bringing classes out here, education, technology, development maybe, and also the connection with the local farmers is very important, and part of that is the Catawba Farmers Market. Now, Roanoke County Parks and Rec is leading a class to, a trip to the Farmers Market on September 27th. If you can't get out there on that trip, departing from Brambleton Center, come out on your own. It's every Thursday through
October.
October.
3:30 to 7.
What can one expect to see if they go take a look at the Farmers Market here in Catawba?
You'll see anywhere from 10 to 14 vendors selling all sorts of produce, meats, cheeses, crafts, and there's even activities for kids every week.
And better yet, it's in Roanoke County and supports Roanoke County farmers and those of the surrounding areas. So Josh, we look forward to seeing what's going to come over the next few years here in Catawba Sustainability Center.
Yeah, thanks for coming out and talking with me.
If you haven't been to the Catawba Farmers Market, it's a must-see every Thursday through the end of October. Just the beauty of the drive over the mountain is worth the trip. There's no better place to enjoy the outdoors than Roanoke County. We're blessed with amenities like Catawba Center, the Appalachian Trail, and the Blue Ridge Parkway. And this fall, we've got several new programs to help your family get a better appreciation for the great outdoors. We're here in beautiful Green Hill Park, and behind me is the Roanoke River, and there's no better place to talk about environmental sustainability than right here. I'm joined by Erin O'Donnell. She works at Camp Roanoke, and she's also teaching a new series of classes this fall on environmental sustainability. First of all, what exactly does that mean?
It pretty much is a way of saying how to protect the earth. We only have one of them, so we really need to make sure we're preserving what we have.
And why is it so important in your mind that that people, especially families with kids, understand how to better treat the earth?
Well, kids are the next generation. They will be in charge of all of these problems that we're dealing with right now. So it's really important to instill some sort of values in them while they're young.
And of course, at Roanoke County Parks, we want everybody to understand the importance of treating the earth right. We have a lot of classes this fall that talk about that, and not only do they do that in an educational manner, but they're also fun as well. Can you go through some of those?
Yes, our first one coming up mid-September is a creeking program at Mudlick Creek, which is currently being restored. It's known to have a lot of pollutants, so they're cleaning it up, and we're going to be looking for critters and also doing water quality tests. So that's the first one coming up, and we have a bunch more. We have a green home solution one, which is where we're going to talk about just little things you can do in your house.
Okay.
From making your own cleaners that are non-toxic and pet and kid friendly, to just how to reduce your energy consumption. So there's a wide variety of things.
They come away with something out of that class?
Yes, so a lot of the classes will be actually making something that you can take home. We're going to do vermicomposting, which is composting with worms. So everybody at the end of that class will come home with a bucket of worms to eat all your leftover salads.
And now you also have a few classes where you're going to get out in nature and enjoy, like a birding class?
Yes, the birding class is actually going to be held at the Brambleton Center, and that's more about just learning about the birds, so it's not going to be an outdoor one. But we are going to go to Bottom Creek Gorge and do an educational nature hike with that, which is a really interesting place that has a bunch of endangered species, so we'll learn about those. And then we're also doing one at Camp Roanoke, which is Leave No Trace. And that will be backcountry travel and backcountry ethics.
Now, normally we've offered hikes before. They're guided tours through the woods. You get a lot out of that. But what makes these hikes different? A little more educational in nature?
Very educational. I really love talking about trees and wildlife, especially interesting things that we have around here that might not be other places. So I'll definitely highlight those unique areas.
What makes the Roanoke Valley so unique quickly?
We have lots of just animals, plants, everything that is just right here in the valley. We have lots of endangered species that most people aren't even aware of. We have the Roanoke River darter is an endangered fish species.
Roanoke log perch, or
yeah,
right behind us in the river here?
Exactly, so there's lots around here.
Okay, well, you can learn about all of these classes online at RoanokeCountyParks.com and enjoy the outdoors while learning about the outdoors this fall in Roanoke County. This fall marks our most diverse lineup ever of outdoor recreation programs, and most of them are designed so the whole family can participate, youth and teens. Want to find out about more ways youth can get in touch with the earth? Well, this fall we're bringing back kids' pottery classes. Here to talk about that is instructor Becky Carr. Pottery has long been one of the favorite activities here at the Brambleton Center, but normally when you think of pottery, you think of spinning on a wheel. There's something else called hand building pottery, and we're teaching two classes, one for youth and one for adults this fall. Here to talk about that is Becky Carr. Hey, Becky.
Hi, how are you?
Good. First of all, what's the difference between what people normally think of as pottery and hand building for pottery?
Well, normally it's pottery on a wheel where you spin, and hand building can be anything from using coils of clay to rolling out slabs of clay to actually just sculpting the clay with your hands.
Okay, and this is one of the first times ever we've done youth and adults, and we'll do them separately, of course, for the different skill levels. Talk about the youth class first. How is it different to teach hand building pottery to youth?
Well, obviously their skills are not as adept as the adult class, although sometimes they seem to be similar. But the youth will be 8 to 12 years old, and this piece of pottery was created by a youth and an 8-year-old youth, and then this one was by me. So the skills are a little different level, but teaching it would be the same.
It looks like in your example you have figurines. What are some other types of things that you can make in this class?
Well, these are obviously sculptural, but you can do functional. You can do trays, you can do bowls, just pinch bowls from it. You can do cylinders and cups and glasses and add handles. But I think the kids get more into doing the sculptural. They also, I know with some of the children's, there's you can do instruments. And you can make rattles and flutes and different woodwind instruments out of clay.
So you take one of these classes, you set them down, talk about how to mold the clay. Do you give them much direction on what you can make and show them examples?
Yes, examples are very important because I think the kids do model it by looking at it, and I always try to bring in a sample and say this is what we're going to do it.
Let's move on quickly to the adult class.
Yeah.
Tell me about some of the differences in adults, and what is an adult going to take away from this?
Well, they have to love it, and I think they do. A hand-built class is so much more creative than a wheel thrown. They can use their imagination, come up with designs in their heads, and create it. Again, they will do some sculptural and some functional pieces.
And do you need any experience to take the class?
No, you don't. So that's the other nice thing about clay. You can be a novice to begin with.
So all kinds of things that you can do with hand building in clay here at the Brambleton Center this fall. If you want to find out more, look online at RoanokeCountyParks.com. A whole wide array of classes for you this fall. Thanks, Becky.
Thanks.
The Brambleton Center has 13 electric pottery wheels and a studio well equipped for all of your needs, both youth and adult. Well, there are plenty of other crafts classes going on this fall. Check out our lineup in the fall edition of Recreation Family Fun Guide with pottery on the cover. We have lots of classes, primarily based out of Green Ridge Recreation Center and, of course, the Brambleton Center. Well, if you love crafts and you like reading or writing, you'll love our new Handmade Books program. Let's find out about it. So let's say you're into journaling or scrapbooking, but you want to take it to the next level. Well, we've got a course this fall that can help you do it. Betty Tysinger is the instructor of a new course for us called Handmade Books. Betty, welcome to the show. Tell us what exactly is a handmade book. What are you going to be teaching them in this class?
A handmade book is exactly what you just asked. It's a book that you make from hand by yourself. Takes no special talents. All it takes is the ability to cut with a pair of scissors, maybe measure with a ruler a little bit, and enjoy yourselves and have fun doing it.
And these examples are beautiful. Can you take us through a few of the samples that you might be doing during the class?
Yes. I have the idea that these books should be individual things that you make I make more for other people than for myself. But the first book I'll be teaching you is a lotus book. It's sometimes called a star book, and I have here one that I've opened so that you can see why it's called a star book. But it's just a little book, and it comes around and you read it in a circle, and then it's fun. You can tie it together, and then it can hang up by a little string.
Looks like it would be a great gift or a keepsake for a friend.
Absolutely. I have done many as keepsakes for people keeping journals, for people writing their own stories, their own poetry. Here's another little guy that I just showed you where you could make it drop down. Once you learn to fold that, which you'll do in one class, I hope to make a class each time have a book at the end.
Okay.
The next step is an accordion book. And here's an accordion book that I have made. You can see the way it folds out, and you can write your own stories, write messages. It can just be 2 or 3 pages. It can be long. And I don't have it up here, but on the back you can go right around and write onto the back. Once you get through the accordion, I'll be teaching you how to make the book covers to go on your accordion.
Okay, these are very creative here with the string. What is this called?
All right, I've taught you now how to do the covers, how to miter a cover, and this is called a Japanese sewn book.
Okay.
It can be very simple as far as the sewing is concerned, like tying a shoestring. Even a little guy can do that. Or to this kind of single stitch, to a more complicated stitch like this. All of these will be included in the instructions. Finally, a tunnel book that you can peep way down into. So come and have fun.
So that looks like a pretty advanced program, but you teach them through it, and do the supplies come with the class?
Practically all the supplies. You just have to have your own scissors and your own enthusiasm.
And bring your creativity too. So you can sign up online at RoanokeCountyParks.com. As the weather cools off, we know your family will be looking for more to do inside. Now, exercise is something that's especially difficult to do in the winter, even more so if you're anything like me and don't have any interest in running around like a hamster on a treadmill. New this fall, we're offering classes that put a different twist on exercise. Let's see how much fun it can be losing weight while dancing the hula. I'm joined by Maka Price, and we're excited to have her as a new instructor for us with Roanoke County Parks, and she's teaching some great classes this fall. The first one we want to talk about is Hula and Tahitian fitness. Now, Maka, you're actually from Hawaii, is that right?
Yes, I lived in Hawaii my entire life, all the way up until I was about 16 years old.
And you came up with this program all on your own, using a lot of your own background. Can you talk about that?
I started hula and Tahitian dancing from the age of 9, so I used all of the things that I learned as a dancer, as a professional dancer, to put into class for fitness, because it's a great workout.
Okay, great workout. Is this for anyone, any skill level?
Believe it or not, hula and Tahitian is for any age level, any skill level. You don't have to have great hip movement, because that's something you can learn over time. It's for any age. I've got a lot of my students from little kids all the way up until senior citizens, so anybody can do it.
We'll talk about the class. Is it mostly dance as an art, or is it more exercise-based? And if so, what parts of the body does it work on?
Well, with hula, you're going to be using the lower part of your body, and the more you bend, basically, the more leg workouts you're going to get. You're going to feel some of it in your stomach area, your abs, your hips. Tahitian is where you really start to get the workout in your abs.
Okay.
You actually will get a workout in your arms, because you're going to be using a lot of that for the different hand motions. But a lot of cardio, you're going to get your heart rate up, believe it or not. Hula and Tahitian, slow, and then you got Tahitian is fast. So from the lower body down, which is what a lot of ladies love to work out, you're going to get that workout in this class.
Now, something interesting you told me before this, you actually shout the commands during the class in Hawaiian.
Yes, I will tell you what it is in English, let you know what it is in Hawaiian, and from then on, we're going to be doing it in Hawaiian and Tahitian.
Well, that sounds really neat. Now, show me what you have there. It's a beautiful piece of cloth there.
Yeah.
How does that relate to the class?
Well, what this is, you don't have any hula hoops. There's no hoops in the class, no socks, no shoes, but you will wear this around your waist, and we call this a pareo. A lot of people in the United States calls this a wrap or a sarong, but in Tahitian we call this a pareo. And you wear this lower on your hips so you can see the hip movements. It actually accentuates the moves. Helps you get the feeling a little bit better, and stylish.
Makes you look better while you're doing the dance. Now,
Exactly.
I know a guy like me, am I allowed in the class? I wouldn't be able to wear
You're even allowed to wear this.
I am?
Yes, believe it or not.
Really? Okay.
The men have different moves. Some of the moves are similar. You still use your hips a little bit too, but actually the men have a really great workout in their lower legs.
Oh, wow. Well, now you're teaching one other class this fall, the Booty Beat fitness class. Can you tell us exactly what that is really quickly?
Yep, that's a version of Flirty Girl. It's a cardio dance-based class. There's some toning moves in there. You're going to dance to top 40 hit music, a lot of flirty dancing. You learn the moves. Halfway through the class, we change the music, and you really start to go all out and just dance. I call it out. By that time, you feel pretty good because you know what the moves are. We've broken them down, and just dance.
Well, if you want to find out more about any of those programs this fall, visit us at RoanokeCountyParks.com. Thanks, Maka.
Thank you.
Dance exercise is a great way to keep you fit and having fun at the same time. Not sure you're up for the whole dance thing? Well, one of our most popular new exercise classes is called bar exercise. It looks simple, but believe me, this new technique really gets your blood pumping. I'm joined by Amy Light. She's been a group exercise instructor with us for a while, but new this year, she's teaching a class called bar exercise. Amy, what exactly is bar exercise, and why do we have these bars behind us here at Brambleton Center?
Bar exercise is the latest in the country right now. It's sweeping the nation, and it changes people's bodies. So we start with warm-up exercises, and then we focus on the core, and we tone the thighs, the seat. It changes your figure in 20 workouts. 10 workouts, you start to feel the difference. 20 workouts, and you'll see the changes along with healthy eating.
So why a bar? What is it about having this bar to, I guess, hold on to while you do exercises that helps tone your body and work on different parts of your body?
The bar helps to lengthen and elongate the muscles, and it helps to strengthen your core.
Okay, well, so to the layman, what exactly is my core and which muscles am I working on here?
Your core is your abdominals,
okay,
and then it goes all the way around to your back muscles and includes the glutes. So that's your whole trunk, the core muscles.
So I definitely could use some work on that. And it also exercises your thighs and legs, correct?
Right.
Okay. Well, tell me a little more about what type of person should take this class. Do you have to have any experience? Is this a very intense workout? Describe what that's like.
Well, there is ballet movements, but you don't have to have any dance experience. You don't have to be a dancer to achieve the dancer's physique.
Okay.
You'll get long, tight, sculpted muscles. Everything will firm up, there's no bulk. So after we work our muscles intensely, we stretch them out.
What do you mean there's no bulk? I'm not quite sure.
When you do squats, when you work with weights, you can tend to bulk up if you don't elongate and stretch the muscles.
Okay.
So when the muscles are warm, you can imagine them like candle wax, hot wax, and then it lengthens. And so that's what changes your figure.
So a lot of people take these exercise programs thinking that they're going to slim down, and it's really just adding more muscle, but they don't know it.
Right.
Okay, well, show us an exercise really quick that you might do in this bar exercise class.
Okay, something we might do is we'll hold on to the bar.
Okay.
The other hand is on your waist, and it's about having great posture. So I'm always reinforcing excellent posture. Roll your shoulders back and down, heart center lifted and shining, belly pulls in, tucking the pelvis under, soft on your standing leg, and then lift another leg.
Okay.
So we're going to use a small range of motion and take the leg back. Your leg is bent, and then you just pulse it back. So you feel the glute muscles working already.
I can feel it already, yeah.
Pulsing, working. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then we'll stretch it out. So we would go to the bar and get our leg up on the bar.
Okay.
Inhale our arms up, forward, folding in half or wherever you can go. And we hold that stretch so that elongates.
Okay, wow, it looks easy, but you can really feel it, and that's what a lot of folks that I've heard that have taken the class have told me. They really feel it pretty quickly, and they've seen results. So, Amy, thank you very much. Take the class. It's called Bar Exercise, offered this fall. Call 772-PLAY, 772-7529 for more information. As you can see, Roanoke County has plenty of ways to exercise this fall and winter. Now, an age-old form of exercise is athletics. In late November, we'll be registering for adult basketball leagues. Be sure to sign up by calling 387-6078 and find out more about the registration process, times, and team qualifications, or visit us online at RoanokeCountyParks.com. Now, speaking of team sports, grab your broom, Quidditch is coming to Green Hill Park. Don't know what that is? Watch this. Roanoke County's Green Hill Park is well known as a center of athletics activity, especially on the fields like the ones you see behind me. But this fall, we have tournaments of a different nature, a medieval kind, coming to Green Hill Park. Here to explain what that means is Wendy Schultz, Special Events and Tourism Director for Roanoke County Parks, Recreation and Tourism. Welcome, Wendy.
Thank you, Scott. I'm just so excited about what's happening here.
You should be. Two exciting events. First, let's talk about the medieval fair. We've been going how many years now?
This will be our 11th year, and we're still going strong.
Okay, well, what's new this year?
We have so many new things going on since we're coming into what we call our second decade. I mean, we have a falconry demonstration, which we've never had before. We have Scottish dancers that we've not had before. We have the return of the turkey legs for the food vendors.
Oh, sounds delicious.
It's fabulous. You know, we also have a lot of local groups who will be coming, who will be kind of what I call honing in on their skills and putting them to another level, which is going to be fabulous. We have fencing demonstrations by local, you know, folks. We have a blacksmith person coming in. We have archery. Also new this year, if you come dressed in medieval garb, there is no charge for the fair. Normally it's $5 per person.
I'm surprised you're not wearing your garb right now. You usually walk around the office with it.
I know. Well, I thought about it, but I said, no, I needed to tone it down because we are talking about a couple of things today. But it's really going to be fabulous, you know, and it's Saturday and Sunday. It's September 29th and 30th. We have 10 to 6 on Saturday, 10 to 5 on Sunday. We will also have 2 masquerade balls this year, one on each day at the end of the fair. And then we also conclude the fair with a pub sing. I mean, the event is going to be amazing.
So $5 if you're afraid to wear garb, and free if you wear it. Green Hill Park at the end of September. And of course, there's also the Highland Games during the event.
The Highland Games is Saturday only, and of course you can come up and see guys doing fabulous things with very heavy objects and just having a blast.
All right, now a different type of tournament is occurring in early November. Tell us about that one.
Yes, November 3rd. We're actually hosting here the Mid-Atlantic Regional Quidditch Tournament for you Harry Potter fans, and those that aren't can certainly look it up. But in addition to the tournament, we're going to be incorporating some activities where the public can participate.
Okay.
Because we think that's very important to kind of add to the ambiance of the tournament.
Okay.
So we have come up with a Tri-Wizard tournament direct from the pages of Harry Potter, with of course a little different twist. But there will certainly be 3 challenges that folks will be participating in, and you will be able to win points towards your house, and whichever, of course, house accumulates the most points wins the Tri-Wizard tournament.
Sounds like a lot of fun. So you can come out that day. Remind us of the date again?
The date is Saturday, November 3rd.
So come out November 3rd. All day long, you'll be able to watch Quidditch folks playing in a tournament all day long. While you're watching, you can participate in this wonderful activity, the Tri-Wizard Tournament. And that is absolutely free. There's no need to sign up in advance. Just come out to Green Hill Park on November 3rd. Wendy, thanks for coming and talking to us.
Thank you.
We hope to see you out at these fantastic medieval activities all during the fall this year. We sure have seen a lot on today's program, from fantastic new special events to great ways to enjoy the great outdoors, to the latest trends in keeping fit. And don't forget, you can keep fit at Green Ridge Recreation Center. We've got a wellness center, indoor pool, and gymnasium available by both membership and daily admission. And coming this fall, we have a new set of exercise equipment with some amazing new interactive features. Ask for information in December about that new equipment. Until then, call us at 772-PLAY, that's 772-7529, to learn about anything you've seen on today's show. And you can always watch us right here on RVTV. Until next time, I'll see you in the parks. What's the buzz about Green Ridge Recreation Center?
It's a place that's close to my house that I can come and get in shape.
The pool's awesome. It's like an aquatic wonderland.
Join the fun through daily admission or membership. Green Ridge, healthy fun for everyone.